I will always have a sweet spot in my heart for Washington University in St. Louis. My name is Craig Meister. I'm a college admissions coach. You can go to my website, collegemeister.com, to learn more about me and how you can work with me. Washington University in St. Louis is a school that I have sent many a client to. And these students all report being very happy and enjoying their time at WashU. And WashU has changed its supplement to the common application, its supplement overall to its application in 2023. So for the 2023-2024 admissions cycle, WashU is asking a very different optional short essay question than it was asking last year or ever before for that matter. And as a result, I want to take some time today to discuss Washington University's new 2023-2024 supplemental short essay prompts. WashU gives you three options, and you don't even have to respond, but of course I feel like that would be the most foolhardy approach to take, because anytime a college gives you the opportunity to differentiate yourself, you take it. Differentiate yourself positively, that is. So what I mean by that is differentiating yourself negatively would just be skipping an optional opportunity to further describe something that's important to you. Differentiating yourself positively would be to take that opportunity, take the bull by the horns, and actually do what you need to do to share a different facet of your personality or a different part of your value system with the audience of application readers at WashU, who will ultimately seal your fate about whether or not you get into WashU or you get denied from WashU. So here are the options, if you should so choose, to respond to the short essay opportunity where you have 250 words with which to work. You have three options. Option number one, discuss a fresh perspective or opinion you brought to a collaborative setting or project. Option number two, describe a community you are a part of and your place within it. And option number three, tell us how your identity has impacted the way you view or interact with your community. These are all pretty straightforward, and unlike in past years, these are all relatively focused on you in the present and in the past. Whereas in the past years at WashU, they have been asking you questions about how you see yourself pursuing a course of study and why at WashU. Now the focus is on something you've already done and are doing currently, and you only have 250 words. So many an applicant will review these prompts, choose one of them, and ultimately write a completely backward-looking or up to the present essay and submit it and go on their merry way. I still would like you to not do that, meaning I want you to go one extra step, which is regardless of which of these three prompts you choose to respond to. My recommendation would be to still have at least a sentence or two minimum, where by the end of that essay, you can start to transition to saying, for instance, let's say you respond to prompt number one, discuss a fresh perspective or opinion you brought to a collaborative setting or project. You'll have done that in the intro and most of the body, but by the end of the body, I want you to start transitioning to explaining how you see that fresh perspective or opinion being brought to the table at WashU, and how that will act as hopefully a value added to your engagement with the WashU community. So again, that's not going to be the main focus of your essay, but it's going to be the way you start to wrap up this, if not fully wrap up this response. Similarly, if you respond to describe a community you are a part of and your place within it, by all means, in the introduction, you introduce and provide a thesis for what that community is, and start to summarize your role in it. In the body, you elaborate and you prove your thesis, and you show yourself engaging in that community. But again, by the end of the body and into the conclusion, you want to start transitioning so that you can say how you envision continuing being a part of that community even when you're at WashU, and or bringing that community with you or finding a similar community like that you currently experience but at WashU. So again, this is a challenge, but you want to try to transition this to showing yourself in action at WashU, at least in a sentence or two at the end. So again, that's a wonderful opportunity, not just to restate your boring old thesis in the conclusion. You're going to say something entirely new. And then let's say you want to respond to tell us how your identity has impacted the way you view or interact with your community. Again, you can talk about your identity. You can talk about being a Eskimo princess. You can talk about being an whatever it is you are. I can't even think of it. Cambodian, I don't know, like a farmer? I don't know. Whatever it is you are. Whatever. All of it's fair game. And WashU wants one of everyone. It's sort of like Noah's Ark. That's what WashU wants to be. So whatever your identity is, if you choose prompt number 3, you can introduce how that identity has impacted the way you view or interact with that community. The intro paragraph or sentence, it's not really a paragraph, it's in a sentence. You only have 250 words after all for the whole darn essay. The intro sentence should identify the identity and at least allude to one way in which it's impacted you in summary. The body is going to go deeper. It's going to take a deeper dive into that identity and maybe show a scene in which that identity has impacted the way you view or interact with your community, whatever community that may be. Of course, we're all part of different communities, so there's a lot of freedom here. But again, by the end of that body, you should start to show how you anticipate that identity impacting WashU by the way in which you're going to present it and live it out. Live your best life, as they say, with that identity as a student, hopefully, matriculated fully at WashU. So again, your job is to paint a picture of not only you in the past and the present and fully respond to the prompt. By all means, you should fully respond to the prompt, but you should have some padding there if you're doing so efficiently, effectively, so that by the last 20 to 70 words, you can start to show a picture of yourself engaging with and providing value at Washington University in St. Louis. I will also just state that do note, WashU is an innovative school insofar as it also gives students the chance to upload a short video on the WashU Pathway portal after applicants submit their application on, let's say, the Common Application. So within a day or 2 or 3, maybe max, of submitting your application to WashU, you will be invited to log into your WashU Pathway portal, which is sort of like the home base where you'll ultimately get your admissions decision later on. And you are going to have the opportunity there to upload a 90-second video of yourself saying anything really you want, right? You can talk about anything in that little video. It adds flavor and color, as they say, to your overall application. You also have the opportunity still to take part in an optional interview. So all of these 3 things are optional. The interview, the video on the WashU Pathway portal that you can submit up to a few days after you actually submit your application, and through even past the deadline slightly, because if you apply on the 31st of October for a November 1st ED deadline, they're going to give you at least the first few days of November. But you'll be able to do that within a few days of applying. And you also have the option of doing the essays that I just talked about or not. I say, as a college admissions coach and expert, you must do all 3 if you want to take every opportunity at your disposal to positively differentiate your application for admission at the wonderful, always beautiful, well-kept, and very nice, let's be honest, they're very nice there, Washington University in St. Louis. Until next time, again, my name is Craig Meister. If you like this video, like it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, tell others about me. Go to my website, collegemeister.com, to learn more about how you can work with me as your college application coach throughout the college admissions and application processes. Stay safe and stay well. And again, most of all, most importantly, and of course, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, but most importantly, I wish you the very best of luck in terms of getting into Washington University in St. Louis. Have a great day.